Hello guys and welcome to Hakmen Traders. In this video I'll be showing to you guys why shouldn't you buy stocks at all time high. Why is it that you shouldn't buy those stocks when the stock has reached its highest value? So what is the reason behind not buying a stock at its all time high? So all of this I'm going to be explaining in this video, so stay tuned. Now, buying a stock at all time high is quite risky. Now it is also said in the Intelligent Investor that buying a stock at its highest price is risky and no more. Buying the price at its lowest is less risky and no more. So what it concludes that when you buy a stock at its all time high, you will lose much of your money and you won't make that much. And if you buy a stock at its lowest low, then at that position you might make a lot of money. You might make too much money by investing in the stock when it's at its lowest low. So that is when you should invest in the stock market, when that is when you should invest in stocks when the stock is at its lowest low, or it is trading for a for very low amount of for very for a value that is very down. So in this case I will explain to you guys what I mean by buying at its all time high and lowest low. Now, to be specific, that buying a stock at its all time high is quite risky, and if you buy you are buying generally you are buying a stock at its premium when it is too expensive. Now when you buy a stock expensive and that stock suddenly drops in value, meaning that it becomes cheaper, so what would happen? You would be too mad that why not haven't I bought it at its lowest low. Now you can see in this case this is its all time high and this is its lowest low. Now let me drag it, sorry, zoom out so I can have a clear view of how the stock has performed in its years behind. So as you can see, in this situation, if you invest in this area, this is less riskier. As you can see, this is at its lowest low and it is less risky instead of this area or these highest highs. So these areas are too much risky because you can see you will be paying for more for the stock as compared to these areas. So generally you are buying the stock at its highest high. So that is the reason why you shouldn't invest in the stock that is at its all time high. Instead, wait for the stock to drop in value or search for the stock that are its lowest value and invest in those stocks. Invest in those and wait for it after, and it will give you fortunes. You will make fortune out of it by waiting for it and investing in it after waiting for a long period of time. Now in this case, as you can see, when you buy at this area, this is already at its lowest. So how far can it go down? Like 6 point, where is it? What is the value? 7.08. How far below it can go? So how far it can go below? If it goes as much as $1 on one rupee, that's not too much. So let it go, and after that it will rise. So in this case, what is its value right here? 42.65. Let's say 42.6. If it drops 3 rupees in value, what would happen? You would panic because you might say to yourself that the stock is dropping in value, it's now become a bearish market. So you might think of that. Now in this case you cannot think of that because it is already at its lowest low, it is already at a bullish market. So as compared to these two, you know at this point that this market would be bullish from now on, and at this point you might know that this market there's only one way, and that is bearish. If it's not bullish, it would become bearish. Now to avoid these type of situation, you can do your risk management and risk margin management properly. Do your risk have stop losses in place, so you do not so in case if the stock changes its direction or changes its trend, you will have plenty of time to exit. So always have those in place in when you are investing at its all time high. In this case you should also invest, but how far will it go below? Because this is already at its lowest low. As you can see, 7.08 was its last time when it closed its positions. 6.99, So this was its last closing price. You can see above, you can see Ghani Glass Limited Pakistan D Karachi. The readings that are in front of it, the C 6.99. So that was its closing price. You can see it was too much, too little, and it was less risky at this point. It was more risky at its highest high. So always opt for stocks that are at its lowest low. Do not wait for a stock like you come to a conclusion and this stock is right here, and you're saying I'll wait for it to drop in value. Yes, wait for it, but wait for it when the stock is at its lowest low. Wait for it to short your position in this stock, and do not make any mistake of not doing such things. So wait for the stock to drop in value, and do one thing. Always opt for always wait for the areas, seek opportunities in those areas. Like in this case, you shall, if the stock if this stock becomes bearish, then in that situation short your position, and you will go even further, you will make even profit. So in that case, short your position and buy, and instead of waiting for the stock to drop in value, short your position, and go out, search for other stocks that are trading for their lowest prices. So invest in those type of stocks, and see how much how much profitable you will become by investing in low value stocks, or the stock that are trading for its lowest value. So those are the methods of trading a stocks at its highest high. If you trade it at its highest high, you have saw that those are more risky and not more. And trading the stock, buying the stock at its lowest low, are less risky and not more. So those were the things that you should consider before investing, before buying a certain stock at its highest high. And that's it for today. Hope you guys are enjoying my videos and want to learn more about the stock market or the forex market. All I need you is to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button and comment down below, as your feedback is valuable for me. Goodbye.